This is more than somebody has probably committed a crime and I'm going to prosecute him. There was, again, such an eagerness to dish out some bad stuff to Michael Jackson that the credibility to me was, if not lost, certainly diminished.
What began in Michael's mind as a gesture of goodwill instead turns into a nightmare. For those close to the case, it was soon revealed that the Arvizo family appeared to be more like grifters and cons than friends of Michael Jackson.
They were targeting celebrities, in my opinion, and they ended up with the most gentle, kind-hearted celebrity of all, Michael Jackson. Michael was very naive, very kind, very gentle, wanted to see this child heal his cancer, and almost made it a cause that he would do what he could to help he and his family, but they started leaning on him more and more and more, and he got a very uncomfortable feeling about them. And of course, Chris Tucker warned him. He said, "Something's wrong, be careful, Michael." And one thing led to another, and he ended up on trial for his life.
Early March 2005. The small town of Santa Maria, California is playing host to one of the biggest trials in history. Michael Jackson faces 10 felony counts, which include child molestation and conspiracy to kidnap. It is enough to put him in prison for a very long time. Over 2,000 members of the media swarm the courthouse. Throngs of screaming fans chant as Michael Jackson's motorcade arrives.
It was incredible to watch because between the screaming fans, the 2,400 members of the media from around the world that were outside, and the craziness on the inside, all the allegations, it was a very nutty circumstance to withstand.
Cameras are banned from the courtroom, and reports dealing with the actual trial proceedings are few and far between. News networks generate huge ratings as they report the salacious details about his every move.
He never wavered, except for the day that he got sick and he went to the hospital, and that was the famous pajama day.
That was my responsibility. I'm at fault for that because he hurt his back that morning taking a walk through Neverland. He went to the hospital. I was notified. I told the judge, and he got very angry and said he's going to be here in 45 minutes or I'm going to yank his bail and put him in jail. I didn't want that to happen. So I told he and his people, you don't have time to go home. Come here. I don't want you in jail. So he followed my instructions and came right to the courthouse. He had a jacket, he had a shirt, and he had pajama bottoms. But that was really my doing, nobody else.
I covered this trial for Fox News for all of these months, thinking that Michael Jackson was guilty before ever being proven innocent. And I was following a pack of journalists who had him guilty before proven innocent. And that's the opposite of the way we do things in America. But apparently not. Because it seems like the more a story hits the airwaves, people are immediate suspects and being condemned in the court of public opinion before they ever get their day in trial in court.
There was a mentality out there that sensationalized, that twisted, that distorted the truth and the facts in the case.
Why do you think the media consistently went after Michael, even though he was exonerated, decided to continue to present him as a predator of children?
Well, he's the best known person in the world. He was a great target. He was an absolute genius, one of the greatest artistic geniuses we've ever seen in world history. He was an unusual person, partly because of his genius. And he became an excellent target for the media. All the media cares about are ratings and revenue. And if they could calculate that trying to take him down or destroy his reputation or watch him go to prison would help their ratings, they were more than happy to do so.
Jackson has lived his entire life in the spotlight. Now, his reputation as the world's most accomplished performer is overshadowed by rumors surrounding his alleged relationship with children. Despite his belief in Jackson's innocence, defense attorney Tom Mesereau knows this is going to be one of the toughest legal battles of his life. Against him, he could go to prison for years or even decades. However, Jackson's defense attorney Tom Mesereau is slowly picking apart the prosecution's case. Dates are not lining up.
The dates of molestation were never established. It was supposed to happen after the Martin Bashir documentary, which doesn't make any sense at all.
Jackson's defense is discrediting all the prosecution's key witnesses.
When you talk about the molestation, I didn't believe the kid, because the second day of testimony was the accuser's sister named Davelin. And she got on the stand and she said, "I didn't know that I was molested by my father until my mother told me." That is in the transcripts. And when she said that, I looked around the room like, did anybody catch this? A lie is only really profitable when it's a big lie.
You and I know that there's actual evidence on tape
Recorded illegally.
of people plotting to frame Michael Jackson.
And that's why I knew he was innocent. I never believed he was guilty. As I had said from day one, he was innocent.
And that is exactly how he is found.
We, the jury, in the above entitled case, find the defendant not guilty of conspiracy.
He had a clean sweep on all 14 counts.
After a week of deliberations, the jury acquits Michael Jackson of all 14 charges, the 10 original felony counts and 4 misdemeanors. Yet many in the media continue to portray him as a guilty man.
And when they came out and said innocent, 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 a lot of people were disappointed.
Media was disappointed.
Yeah, because that wasn't the story they wanted to run.
Why do you think the media refused to accept the not guilty verdicts and continued to present Michael as a predator?
I think a lot of people in the media were very embarrassed and humiliated by the acquittals. They were predicting that he would be convicted. They were almost salivating about him being hauled off to jail. The build-up to his being sentenced to state prison would have been big ratings for them. And I think when he was completely exonerated with 14 not guilties, I think they were just embarrassed. I don't think they quite knew what to do.
No one said, "Oh my goodness, we're sorry. We reported all the wrong things. Let's make the record straight now." No. In fact, they ignored the not guilty verdicts, and the paparazzi went right into, "Oh, we think he might have molested another boy," or, "Wow, somebody else came out of the woodwork." All these things were later found to be untrue, but they make great headlines on the cover of rag papers and sell tabloids. I believe that that trial destroyed Michael Jackson. I don't think he ever recovered from that trial.
He is adored by the world, but it is a ruthless reality, filled with greed, obsession, and betrayal. And it was the pressures created within this world